List of 10 is perfect with your hosts, Clint and George, including Adam and Gail, presented by Latroy Hay Mexican Restaurant and Bar. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday after freaking noon. If you're outside, like our special guest, the demon himself, Mr. DK Doug Kaufman.
Been a long time since I've been on this show.
Been a long time since we seen your face, man.
That too.
It's happy to see you, bro. Like, man.
Yeah, let's say I deactivated my account back in January, and the only time I came back, really, outside of deleting a few people I really didn't want to pay attention to, was to come back for the show Wednesday. So,
yeah. Wednesday or Thursday.
I've been relaxed. Yeah. I've been relaxing.
That's cool. Well, of course, all the usual suspects are in the house. Literally.
The hot house, that is.
Oh, we've all got our fans going right now.
Yeah, and then we'll be turning the heaters back up, the furnace back up to the 70s, and on Monday, Tuesday.
Yep, rain. Don't you love Cleveland weather?
They were talking snow on Tuesday. I'm like, don't you cuss at me. Don't you use
Shut
that
your
word.
mouth. Shut your
That
mouth.
is a bad 4-letter word.
You shut your mouth.
That's the word I hate the most.
I'm
That
a
is
summer
so-
baby.
Right?
I can tolerate snow because I have to tolerate it here. I don't want it during my summer months or my spring months.
Right.
That means I better get summer all the way to November.
We've been getting pretty lucky. We've been getting pretty good weather until November, so I can't really complain about that.
I think
Yeah.
the biggest thing I'm curious about today is how many of Doug's song am I going to know?
Probably, you're actually probably going to know about 4 or 5 of them.
Okay.
I think I might know some of Doug's songs too.
You're
see.
you're gonna know a couple of them, Clint.
All right. Well, since you are the guest, Senior Doug, you get to go first with your number 10.
All right, now number 10, I could have gone one of like 8 different songs off this one particular album, and I chose this group and this album because it was the first time you got introduced to the female growling in metal music, and that is Kitty with the song Brackish back in '95.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a very rough female growl, but that spawned groups, like OTEP, Ginger, which is huge today.
Yeah.
Arch Enemy, where they actually perfected it, and it all came from the album Spit from Kitty.
Okay.
Good choice.
Never heard it, but I
it-
think that's going to be
that's-
probably par for the course tonight.
Yeah,
With Doug's list, yeah, for you.
Yeah, I'm not a hardcore type of person. But
But
I
we've
do
got
have one Metallica song, so
she's dipped her toes in the water.
just a little bit. Just a little bit.
a little bit. I gotta introduce you to metal, but in the proper way, going back from the '70s to today, and not throwing you into the deep end with, something hardcore and go, what the is this?
That's what you get for thinking, Jim. No, we said it was going to be this weekend.
Yep. And we've got the 2000s to present next week.
That's what. Okay, so it is the 2000s to present. Okay.
It's 2000s to present.
I have one song for that list so far. That's it.
I have none.
So
I
I
actually
only
have
one song for that.
I have 2 that's definitely on my list.
I've got one so far.
No, actually, no. I've got 2. Zoe, get the fuck out of me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is where you're going to have all Doug's feline friends come to visit.
I wish our kitties on the porch would do that.
No, they're strays. They won't let us touch them.
They're feral.
No. Between me and well, us and my brother, there's about 18, roughly.
Holy crap!
And they're,
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot.
we keep
There's a line there I'm not going to cross.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't go there because I thought it too.
We can't go there.
God.
Yeah, we keep seven. We keep seven. 6 of them are in and out. My brother keeps like 5 or 6 of them that are in and out, and the rest are outside. And for the most part, believe it or not, they all get along.
Oh wow. That's pretty good.
And,
So
And
Jim's doing his list right now as we speak.
Oh, I'm sure he is. He's zipping through.
and they even eat with the raccoons, the possums, the gophers.
That's my blanket.
All right, Clint. What about your number 10?
Using it for today.
George going his 10. I went first last week. I went first for 80s. I'm the 90s guy. I'm gonna say the 90s. I'm gonna say my list on the 90s. You know. But I want to critique George's list.
Oh,
Let's see what the 90s people have.
all right. DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince with Summertime.
Not bad.
Oh.
Not bad. That's a good upbeat type song.
That's where I'm going at number 10.
You can't
That's
go
where I'm
wrong
going.
with clean. What they used to call it? Clean? No, it wasn't clean rap or something like
You
that.
can unplug
What they
it.
used to call the music Will Smith used to make?
Yeah, because he didn't.
He didn't cuss or
Customers-
nothing like that.
Right.
I'm gonna let you know something about my list. Jordan, my songs all got cussing in them. No, probably 3 that don't have cussing in them.
No, but that's where I'm kicking mine off.
A little
That's mine.
surprising
That's a
for
bad
you,
Will
but
Smith song. That's not surprising though. Yeah, that's surprising that George would put that on this list.
right.
What?
I just didn't expect that to be.
Peg
You
you
know,
for a DJ. I just ain't peg you for like a Fresh Prince Jazzy Jeff guy.
Oh, I am Will Smith fandom. Yes. Yes.
even
sir.
after the slap.
Like I said, it's the 90s. We'll stick to the music,
Not no political movements.
right?
Yeah.
Ain't crossing that line. All right, Adam, you're up.
I didn't do my years or nothing like that. I just put the name of the song and the artist. So with my number 10, I went with the very, very dysfunctional group, Liam and Noel Gallagher, Oasis, and I went with Wonderwall.
Catchy tune.
Yeah, it's one that everybody knows that if you know it, you'll sing along to it.
Right.
Most will.
Yep. Totally agree. All right, Gail, is this where you throw Metallica into your list?
No, Metallica's actually way higher.
All right.
You said
Yeah,
way
we-
higher. Did
we
you catch
probably
that?
had the same
Oh,
song.
all right.
We probably had the same song
Business
then.
by Salt and Pepper.
Ooh.
What's the song?
None of your business?
Okay.
Nice.
She said,
I
"It's
love
none of
that
your
song.
damn business."
Clint had to make sure because he's all about some salt and pepper.
I love Salt and Pepper. With my group. You know. I guess I'll go with my number 10. I went with a 10A and a 10B. I had to.
Okay.
So let's get them out the way. 10B. I Believe I Can Fly by R. Kelly.
Really?
From the
Okay.
Space Jam thing.
Yep. Yep.
Big Space Jam, that's
I
why.
was gonna say because of the Space Jam.
Space
Yep.
Jam. Then 10A. I kind of went more like a sad song, and I think I hate about 90 and 2000 because like artists I like that died so young. This the song that's probably about to trip y'all out. I went with Dreaming of You by Selena.
Okay.
Selena.
Okay.
And then my number 10 is they never did songs together, but I think this the one song that they did, and it was a hit. and that screamed Michael and Janet Jackson.
Mm.
I remember that video.
Everybody was clamoring
that
for them to
video was
finally do a
awesome.
song. Like, when y'all gonna
Yeah,
do a
that-
song together? Like,
Yeah.
and that's what they came up with. It was an awesome video too. So that's my number 10.
All right. All right. Doug, kicking with number 9.
This song I forget your wife's name, Gina. Yeah, Adam, your wife's name, the one behind
Gail.
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 I'm sorry. I deeply apologize, Gail.
Oh, you're fine.
This
You're
song,
fine.
We actually may have this song on our list together, but you probably have it higher. I have it here at number 9, and that is "Nothing Else Matters" by Metallica.
Nope.
Not your.
That's not my pick.
It's a good choice though.
Good choice.
Great
It is a
choice.
good choice, though. Very good choice. But it is another Metallica song, just not that one.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, then I'm really curious. I thought that was
I'm all over the place with my picks.
You'll see when as you go through my picks for this 10 that were the era that I was like leaning towards back in the 90s, you know, when I started to become like, you know, you get into like the teenage stage and stuff like that was in them eras. So you'll see.
See, in the 90s, I was already in my 20s in the 90s.
Right.
We were still. Oh, yeah. No? 90s? Yeah.
All right.
We were teens.
My number 9. Right Said Fred. I'm too
Oh.
sexy.
Oh God. God, I hated that song.
Oh yeah.
Top of any of your head,
No.
never leave.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
point. That's why I
Yeah.
hated it.
It was
Yeah,
Yeah.
here's a fun fact. Here's a fun fact. George, do you know what that song's about?
doesn't
you want to
matter.
know.
It was
They say it's actually not what you think it's about.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's taking a stab and poking fun at the fashion industry and how all the models think that they're so sexy with their shirts off and everything else.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why he says he's too sexy for his shirt.
Shirt, and yep.
Yeah.
So sexy.
I'm too
it
sexy
hurts.
for
Yes.
my car. The female models for the cars.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
A
Yeah.
great backstory to a very catchy song.
Yeah.
It is.
When I found out what those backstories, I was like, wow, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah. All right, Adam.
All right, so for my number 9, I went with this is probably where I might get this. I might get the first too low of this episode, but I went with "Smells Like Teen Spirit" Nirvana.
I
The
did not.
start of
that.
grunge. Yeah. That's actually about right. 9, 8.
And
lower
that's
end.
kind of I was flipping back and forth between that and my another one. So I'm gonna put it at 9.
Yeah, that's about. I have no problem with Nirvana at 9.
Well, like I said, everybody's got their own, their own thoughts on it.
Right.
Trust me.
Yeah.
All right, Gail, what you
All
got?
right. My number 9 is Pony by Genuine.
Oh God.
I knew that was gonna be on game one.
Oh yeah, there's one more.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
I'm thinking this is another artist that's gonna be on her list that everybody like loved in the 90s. I'm not sure. I don't know.
oh yeah, you gotta have the club music. That was like the epitome of club music when we first
It
started
was,
going and
yeah.
everything. You know what I'm saying?
I
That was
remember-
like the hookup song.
90s was the decade of club house party music.
Yes.
Like
Yeah, but the thing is
just
you
have your
cannot
parties Friday night.
you can't play Genuine at a damn high school or a school dance because that's gonna get a lot of kids in trouble because they're gonna be a little too close when they're dancing,
Mhm.
and you get that separate 3 feet of space.
Oh god. See, our school wasn't so bad about that though.
Even then, I
Wait.
think 3 people
Bad
be
kids
enough.
years.
It's Illyria.
All right. For the first time on the 90s list, I mean, I always say it all the time. I mean, Smell Like Teen Spirit, call me Clint Cobain. I actually have Smell Like Teen Spirit 9 too. Love me some Kurt Cobain.
Wow.
Both at number 9, huh?
All right.
I
Our
love
first
Smell
is that
Like
our first
Teen
match of the
Spirit.
whole.
Whole
Yeah.
thing so far,
I say
yeah.
that all the time. Smell like Teen Spirit, call me Clint. I just like the saying of it. That was like a real. That's one of the first like rebel songs in the '90s too. Like I'm going to my room. Okay, then you just close the door and just blast Narvana. The Picture Parents
I
song.
don't know about the first Rebel songs of the '90s because I got a couple on my list.
To me,
somewhere.
Okay,
Well,
to Clint.
Remember, it's
me.
the 90s for the 90s
To
kid.
me.
Yep.
But yeah, I have to Smell Like Teen Spirit though. Smell Like Teen Spirit there though. I feel like that's the perfect spot. I feel like in the top 90s, I feel like probably like 8, 9, probably 7, 8, 9, probably perfect for that song.
All right. Doug, back in number 8.
This song is an extremely personal song to me. It's about a lost love or missed chances, about the one that got away. And that is Something I Can Never Have by 9 Inch Nails.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a damn good tune. I forgot about that song. There's a lot of. I hate trying to do these lists because I always forget one,
Right.
and then somebody else brings it up, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta put that right there.
But to this day, I hear that song and it still reminds me of that time. And no, I will not talk about it.
We weren't going to ask you.
No.
I know, but I wanted to stop that.
Yep. All right. My number 8. Eric Clapton, Change the World.
That's more what I expect out of you, George.
Yeah, that's a short song.
Yes, it was.
Wow. Well, then number 7 is going to blow your mind.
Wow.
Number 7 is going to blow your mind then. If this is what you expected, boy, do I have some curveballs headed your way. It's all right. So what you got then?
Oh, it's my turn. My bad.
Yep.
All right. So for my number 8, this is where we make the genre change, and this is where you can see I start getting into a different one that you wouldn't expect. And I went with Notorious Thugs by Bone and Biggie.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
Anytime that comes, and dude, I'm so mad because like as a teenager, I used to be able to do Biggie's whole opening verse word for word, and like I got something like that's how I got my original invite to the cookout.
Nice. That's awesome.
Love that song. Bone Thugs is one of the
Respect.
people that actually perform with all the stars like in their prime. Big Pun,
Right.
Pac, Biggie, and everybody.
Absolute respect.
Yeah, I love
man.
that song.
Guys
Geez.
from East 99 St. Clair. That's all.
Yep.
Am I up?
Yep.
Mine is number 7.
8.
8.
See in the corner.
I already did 2, didn't I? Yeah, I did 2.
This should be your third.
So this would be number 7.
8.
No.
10, 9, 8.
Oh,
10, 9, 8.
my brain is not functioning. I'm just, like,
She had to work today.
and I didn't go to bed till 4 and got up at 7:30, so not functioning. My number 8 would be Pony by Genuine.
You already used that.
No Diggity.
No diggity. Okay.
I'm glad it made somebody's list. That's honorable mention on mine. Oh,
That
I'm so
was my
glad.
other
I'm glad.
one. That's the
I'm
other
glad
one I
it
was
made
telling
it,
you about,
man.
Clint. I said, just wait for it. Just one more.
I'm glad that
Well,
made
you also got to understand too. She doesn't number
right there's
hers.
a banger, bro.
No, I kind
That
of look at it.
man.
I put the ones I like on the list, and then as we're doing the list, I'm like, okay, this is going here. This is going here.
Yeah, so she'll never number hers until we do the show.
Not always. Sometimes I number them.
That's why I go
Women.
off camera every once in a while. I got to revert back to my list.
I'm so
Nice.
glad No Diggity made the list. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. All right. My number 8. We're gonna go. We're gonna go into a different round. So you remember I told you about that song that I thought that came out in the 80s, but it came out in the 90s. Yeah, I call it one of the greatest diss songs of all time. I went with No Vaseline here at 8 by Ice Cube.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
That's like my favorite diss song of all time. Like, let's play a game called Big Bank Take Little Bank. After the whole thing with Jerry Heller and everything like that, and he went out on his own. Yeah. So.
What was the name of the song again, Clint?
No Vaseline.
No Vaseline.
By who?
Who was it by again?
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
It's the NWA diss.
Gotcha.
He talked about setting Easy on fire. Oof. Okay, Cube, you feel some kind of way, huh?
This is our first commercial break.
Yes, sir. You could lead that one right on up.
La Troje Mexican Restaurant and Bar, located in Wellington, just east of 58 on Herrick. Monster margaritas, and enough food to feed the whole family. Mention the Perfect 10 and receive 10% off your order. Dine in or take out, just like the Perfect 10 has at La Troje.
Pizza Galley, located in the heart of Vermilion, monthly pizza specials from specialty pizzas to subs and po' boys. Open Wednesday and Thursday at 4. Friday through Sunday, open at noon. Call 440-963-0177.
Delmonico's Barbershop with 2 locations on Liberty Avenue in the Delmonico Plaza in Vermilion. Open early at 5 a.m. on Monday through Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. 8 a.m. on Thursday, or their Lorraine location on Oberlin Avenue, 8 a.m. Delmonico, more than just barbers, their family.
Bodine Sanders, author of Race Against Race. Experience diversity and inclusion in sports through Bodine's eyes. From high school to Cheney, all the way through his graduation at Villanova and beyond. Get your copy today at Barnes & Noble and Amazon. Also available on all ebook platforms, Kindle, and local libraries ebook. Check out Race Against Race today.
God, I love my internet.
Why?
Because both commercials like froze on me after 10 seconds and just had to wait until we kicked it off.
Not a problem on our end.
Nothing.
No, thank goodness. Glad that it is going smoothly, but on my playback, it's brutal. Absolutely brutal. All right.
I'm actually surprised I'm running as smooth as I am.
Doug, number 7.
My number 7 is actually a diss to the philosopher Paul Masvidal, who spews absolutely BS and is so immersed in his own BS that what he's saying has zero relevance. And that is the song "The Philosopher" by Death.
You can't look at George's face.
Like, I just heard somebody just like hack up a lung back there. I'm like, what comedic timing that was. Way to go, Piper. It's like the philosopher by death. Bravo.
She's oblivious because she's on her tablet.
I know, but talk about timing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, alrighty then. Somebody's keeling over. Death is mentioned. Ugh. Oh, sorry.
But I think the best line in that whole song was, "You tell me how I'm supposed to be, but yet you don't know your own sexuality." Phil was a closet homosexual.
Interesting.
Damn.
Yeah. All right.
That's one of those Andrew with one line.
Here's the bomb dropper. Rub You the Right Way by Johnny Gill. It's my number 7.
Wow.
Told you it was going to be surprising. Yeah, I had that cassette. I burned that bad boy up in my boombox.
See, now the bad thing is now you've been complaining about your internet. Your mouse moving, but we don't hear the words till after. There's a delay between the two.
Yeah, of course. It'll screw up some more, I'm sure.
All right, so my number 7, we're going to stay kind of along the same lines of what I had for my number 8, but it's just a different band or a different group. But this is one that this was their song that was like that really caught my attention to them, and I became a big fan of theirs. because I believe me, I'm white. If I could dance, this would be the song you'd want to dance to, because this is one of them songs you can do, and that's Rosa Parks by Outkast.
Nice.
Surprise, Clint.
Bomb droppers all the way around.
Yes.
Dude, it's just the beat to that song, like, just makes you want
Another
to.
honorable mention.
It's a great song. And then they had a bunch more after that.
I get
Oh,
better.
wow.
Yeah.
He probably
How
gets
can
better
I-
internet on the jet too.
Yeah, they were out here yesterday and said everything's fine.
Yeah, they lied.
I think
Yeah.
they made it worse.
Yep.
'Cause I don't
Yeah.
remember you having these issues before.
Nope.
Not as bad.
It's brutal.
This is why we love Zolt.
So my turn. All right.
7.
Number 7 is "One Sweet Day" by Mariah Carey. That was like the 90s song for losing people and just a sad song.
Yeah, that was one of those ones that everybody wanted to hear that, or that was the video you wanted to see in the morning before you went to school.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's a good one, though.
Yeah. Clint?
All right. My number 7. Y'all, we about to go way, way out of bounds with this one. 1997. The Notorious B.I.G. 10 Crack Commandments is right here. Here. Now. Yes. Now. This song here, we're not going to really go on. It's off the Life After Death CD. Probably, the title, you probably know what it's about. Basically. Yeah, I mean, that's my repeat song. I mean, numero uno, let nobody know how much they'll go, you know, like little stuff like that. So, that's number 7.
Good choice.
B.I.G. All right.
You already know. I had to put a Biggie song on there.
All right, Doug. Number 6.
What was my number 6? Hold on. Oh, yes. Mine, for its time, created quite a bit of controversy, and Clint, you may even know this group. The song is "Cop Killer" by Body Count.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows that, just for
Yeah.
that reason, because of how controversial it is.
Exactly. You know, he called out, was it city council members, the mayor? I mean, he called out everybody on the anti-police brutality song.
Yep.
He's like, but
Yeah.
he didn't let up.
Oh, he did. Oh, dang.
I thought
All right.
George froze for a minute.
Nope. I do anything for love, but I won't do that by Meatloaf.
There had to have been at least one Meatloaf song on there.
And it came from George. Go figure.
Hey,
Hey.
my last one.
Has anybody ever figured out what he won't do?
Yeah, no.
Well, you know.
No, I'm
You
curious.
ain't gonna be able to find out.
Well, no.
All right.
Until we enter the pearly gates.
Yeah, that'd be the first question we all ask is asked too when we get to the pearly gates.
What won't you do?
What was it you wouldn't do?
I would have figured that.
We all want to know. I've been waiting 40 years to find this out.
I was hoping it was like on his deathbed confession or something. This is what that song's about.
Right.
Right. You're like, no, I'm just gonna keep everybody guessing.
I mean, I've seen people do like different social
I'm gonna take it to
media
my grave with
platforms
me.
where they'll joke about like I'd do anything for love, and the wife will say something. He'll be like, but I won't do that, and that's their little joke. But
So,
All right.
yeah. So that is my number 6.
all right, okay, all right. So for my number 6, dishes. He won't do dishes. Zolt said.
You got hire people for that, don't you, Zoe? I mean,
He won't do
Where's
it.
Jimmy at?
He
Is he not
disappeared.
done his
He's
list
mad.
yet?
He's mad at us because we didn't do it next Thursday, and his list isn't done.
Aw.
Oh,
All right, so my number 6, going back to Biggie, Diddy, and Pastor Mace. Mo Money, Mo Problems.
yes.
Just because that video, I love that video with them
The
all
video was
the
awesome.
them like different colored suits and stuff, dancing around.
They got the pup. They got them Michelin looking suits on, coats on.
Right. With the wind blowing the suit, making it look like it's blowing in the wind.
Yeah, I like that song too. That is a good song. He had a project with Mason, blew that up in the water too.
Right.
All right, my number 6 is the ultimate girl song. Most girls sing this every time they hear it. Strawberry Wine by Deanna Carter.
Yeah, I knew that'd be on your list.
It's a good song. What are
Okay.
you thinking about?
He said,
Sorry. Oops.
Calm down.
uh
You get me all worked up. Forget what I'm saying.
oh.
Leaving that one alone.
Number 6. Keep
All
all
right.
hands and feet above the car ride at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No quick movements. No some movements. All right. My number 6. This was a controversial song too when it came out. And basically, I'm just gonna recite some of the words. I ain't gonna rap it. So he said, Elvis was the hero the most, but he never meant to me straight up racial. That sucker was simple and plain. Mother
Public Enemy?
and John Wayne. That Fight the Power by Public Enemy. Public Enemy. And he had to clarify his comments when he said that because he got a lot of grief for saying he wasn't saying Elvis was racist. He was saying that Elvis bit off a lot of like famous African American musicians and styles that came before him. And they didn't get the proper credit. That's what he was saying when he said that.
Actually, on all of his albums, he always gave credit to the original artist. If you look at it, if you look at his albums, he always gave credit to the original artist. And he hated that moniker of King of Rock and Roll. He told me he told everybody, "Don't ever call me King. That is not me." And he points over to it was one of his. It wasn't Chubby Checker. It was somebody else that he said that's the King.
Hmm.
I don't want to say Chuck Berry.
It was Chubby Checker. Diana said it was Chubby Checker that he pointed to. Said that's the King, not me.
Well, that is our resident Elvis expert right there. So, oh, no lie, no lie.
He was never ever a racist. He always gave credit. He was actually very thankful to the black people, and he always paid his dues to the black people. Always.
Yeah.
He refused to.
I think when he came out with that song, I think he caught all that flag, so he tried to backtrack and like explain
Yeah,
what he meant.
he got caught. Yeah, he
Said it,
stuck
like-
his foot in his mouth on that particular song, and that, well, at least on that particular line. Everything else I'll give him credit for, but that particular line, it's like, that's not exactly true.
Yeah. I love that song though. That's one of my favorite songs too.
All right, Doug, number 5.
This one's going to surprise probably a couple of years, and that is a song by Rage Against the Machine, and it's called "Down Rodeo."
A little rage, okay.
Woo! That, well, Doug just turned around and went, "Oh, we were on 90 Turnpike. Oh, dang!
Yeah.
Watch out for that pothole."
And
Holy cow.
if you listen, was it one of the lines in this song is was it these people down here haven't seen a brown person since their grandparents bought one.
Ooh, yeah, I remember that.
Nice.
And it was just a song about how there's such a difference between the rich and the poor, especially around the '92 riots. How everybody
Yeah.
was going after everybody, and that's when this song was made.
Yeah.
Rolling down the alley with a pocket full of shells. Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's yep. I know that song.
All right. Now, my number 5.
Oh boy, he's got a smirk on his face. Where are we going? How far back?
Well,
yeah,
No,
honoring.
I'm also diverting Turnpike practically, because in the 90s when I met my ex fiance, it was actually one of my first concerts, ironically enough, and it was a Christian rock concert, and it was Newsboys.
It was who?
Boys
And-
are good.
Newsboys, and the song is called "Shine."
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I was more of the DC talk guy.
I like Skillet too.
Wait for it.
Hold on, I'm waiting for your voice to catch up to your picture.
Yeah, I noticed that again.
Yeah, right.
Feel like you're in a kung fu movie.
That is definitely a surprise. I wasn't expecting that out of you,
No.
but good choice. All right, my number 5 was already mentioned earlier. I didn't give her any crap for being too low, but I went with No Diggity Blackstreet, or you can say Don't Leave Me. Either one of those two songs, they were both great.
Yeah, no diggity. That's another guy that had hits in the '90s, or not hits, but produced on Teddy Riley, man. He was producing gold.
I've even switched between the stupid Cat 5
I need
cable
the
and
guy.
the
I need
Wi-Fi.
guy meme right now for that one.
Why is it we get the most crap on this show? Like Jason and Dave go after George. Jim always goes after me.
Easy turn.
Hey, I got called a drunken white
And I
girl
know
on the
at
last.
this
That
point,
is true.
It's definitely got to be the desktop. I don't even know. All right.
I'm not going to think of that. I'm going to look at that every time that happens. Now just think of the Godzilla movie.
My number 5 is Enter Sandman by Metallica.
There's your Metallica.
Oh, interesting.
I love
Ain't
that
that
song.
the-
I will rock out to that anytime it comes on.
That one, and I also like Whiskey in the
It's
Jar.
the
Was
song
one of
that
my
Virginia
favorites by them.
played in the fourth quarter of their football games, right?
Well,
Virginia
Whiskey in a Jar
Tech.
is actually
Virginia
yeah,
Tech, yeah.
yeah, Whiskey in a Jar. That's actually a remake, ain't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But the Enter Sandman, Clint, is what they come out into the stadium. They come down. They run down the hill or whatever. Or they come out to that.
Well, no. It's Ecstasy of Gold. It's the song "Ecstasy of Gold," which appeared on "The Good, Bad, and the Ugly." That's that instrumental that you hear.
See, this is it.
And then they lead into but yes, you are correct that Sandman is their first song, but Ecstasy of Gold actually leads into Enter Sandman.
See, look at Doug. Dropping some knowledge out there today.
Yeah.
Very knowledgeable.
Watch the '91 concert in Moscow when they first opened up the USSR, and they played a free concert with 1.6 million spectators. And you'll see that Ecstasy of Gold and then Sandman.
Gotcha. Zolt said this, and basically what he said with his comment is too low.
It's number 5.
He said it would be top 2 for him.
That's still pretty dang for me.
Oh,
I
yeah,
listen
yeah.
To a lot of
Yeah, for
hard
you,
rock.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
It's a good top 5 for me.
Depending on what your 4 are.
They didn't have many '90s hits, but yeah, that would be one of them. Sure, I'll give you that. Yeah, definitely.
I could have no metal on my list at all.
This is true.
No rock on my list.
Well,
Instead
my
of
number
500.
My number 5, when I say y'all probably gonna be like, "Oh, I'm not surprised that he has that on his list." At number 5.
TLC.
Well, I guess they're coming up, but not nothing. So we talking about all these house parties and all these songs that you couldn't play, or when you played this song, this was about you was about to get something going, especially with them women. That Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot.
How funny was that? As soon as you said "Baby Got Back," one of the cats walked in front of Doug.
No,
That right
I was-
there
I-
was the
I was
party. Even
remembering
if you
the
play that
Friends
song
episode.
today, you still
I was
like,
remembering
the
girls
Friends
wanna
episode
jump
where
on the-
Rachel's
jumping on the
banging into the
floor or
baby.
whatever, trying to what's the name?
Right?
That was great. This show's all about timing.
Yep.
Yeah, ain't it?
Because literally, you said "Baby Got Back." I looked up and I saw the cat's tail and that going by. I'm like, "Good Lord!" Now it's Kitty Got Back.
Star meowing. Oh man, but yes, I got Baby Got Back at 5.
I'm glad it made somebody's list.
My anaconda don't want none unless you got funds, huh? Oh, classic.
Oh man,
Bless you.
making me hungry.
Yeah, and you're gonna play this commercial. You're gonna make us even more hungry.
La Troje Mexican Restaurant and Bar, located in Wellington, just east of 58 on Herrick. Monster margaritas, and enough food to feed the whole family. Mention the Perfect 10 and receive 10% off your order. Dine in or take out, just like the Perfect 10 has at La Troje.
Like I said, it's
I
hanging
wanna-
up hard. On the Wi-Fi, I get a whole whopping 29 megabits. And if I hook it back up through the Cat 5, I get 229, and I'm paying for 500.
Oh boy.
Oh, I think you need to have another call.
Somebody
might get a
owes
phone
you a
call.
visit.
Pizza Galley, located in the heart of Vermilion, monthly pizza specials from specialty pizzas to subs and po' boys. Open Wednesday and Thursday at 4. Friday through Sunday, open at noon. Call 440-963-0177.
Delmonico's Barbershop with 2 locations on Liberty Avenue in the Delmonico Plaza in Vermilion. Open early at 5 a.m. on Monday through Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. 8 a.m. on Thursday, or their Lorraine location on Oberlin Avenue, 8 a.m. Delmonico, more than just barbers, their family.
Bodine Sanders, author of Race Against Race. Experience diversity and inclusion in sports through Bodine's eyes. From high school to Cheney, all the way through his graduation at Villanova and beyond. Get your copy today at Barnes & Noble and Amazon. Also available on all ebook platforms, Kindle, and local libraries ebook. Check out Race Against Race today.
Well, Zolt is off for the evening. As I say, now we know what time
All right,
little
Zolt.
he gets little guy together.
Yeah,
Kicks
I'm
up
glad he
into
popped
the-
in, though.
Absolutely.
Around after the Baby Got Back, this went like, oh, I gotta leave. Okay.
All right, Doug, we're into the final 4.
Final 4. My number 4 is about corporate and governmental greed leaving the masses soulless and black, and that is Souls of Black by Testament.
You got me on that one.
Yeah.
The look in Gail's eye, I kind of noticed that.
Zoe got me. Not Zoe. Not Zoe. Dave, you got me on that one, man. You got me. I was hoping I can go the whole show. Like, okay, I know that song, and I know that song.
You do?
I don't remember it.
Clint's going to have to look it up after the show.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
Right.
I bet once
Yeah.
I do, I'll probably. Oh yeah.
Even though it's metal, it's still done. The lyrics are still slow enough and clear enough that you could actually understand every single word. And it's talking about corporate and governmental greed.
What do you say the name of the song again was?
Souls of Black by Testament. 1993, 4.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
I got it
later.
written down.
Little mid 96.
Souls of Black by Testament. Okay, I got it written down.
You know how they have the big 4 in metal? Testament should have been the big 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. They had a ton of 80s hits and even a little bit into the 90s.
Oh,
All righty. Adam, you pop the name in, and I'm going to give it to you. My number 4, DC Talk, Colored People.
Great song.
Love that song.
It shows you how long ago is when I first saw those guys was at a Billy Graham crusade at Cleveland Browns old stadium.
Billy Graham.
Yes.
Evil, what's it called? Preacher guy?
Yeah. The evangelist.
It was 92, and the concert was for DC Talk, and Newsboys was opening for them. So I got the double right off the get-go.
Bad thing is not hearing all this DC Talk stuff. I'm gonna, like, once we get off here, and like I'm gonna start listening to a couple songs tonight.
We went to a Christian rock festival. It was anything but Christian, let me tell you.
Where was this at?
I would never go.
Park Resort.
Oh yeah.
They had a huge one, and what they were doing was not okay.
They done lied to you.
They don't
No,
like
that was your
themselves
face.
going there for that
Right.
This is
reason.
unchristianese of all y'all. What would Jesus do if he see y'all doing?
Right?
Jesus would not have done what they were doing.
Jesus will walk with us. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
and it's pretty.
You walk away.
It's oh my gosh! Now I just brain farted. What's his name? Because Newsboys lead singer left. Oh my gosh! What's his name from DC Talk? Is the new lead singer for Newsboys, and Toby.
Oh
Mac-
yeah, I don't remember their names.
I
looked
can't
it up on
remember his
American
name.
Greed because I seen somebody. He did like Christian rock and like he was like a scam artist or something. Did a foundation or something. I gotta look it up. It was on American Greed though. So
But yeah, so yep.
I'll find it and send you the
Colored
name
People
of the episode.
in my number 4.
Good choice.
Thank
All
you,
right,
sir.
so my number 4 is my one and only country song on the list, and this is perfect. It fits. WPS, White People Song. Blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots.
Dudes.
Friends in low places. Garth Brooks.
Too low.
It's at number
At
4.
number 4?
Too low.
Dang!
Oh my God!
Wow!
Too low.
Ouch!
Wow!
I don't think I could. I can't stomach.
You're not a country guy.
I played it. I'm. Ugh. I almost threw up in my mouth a little bit.
I have one more non-country song, and then the rest are country.
I was gonna say for me, I'd even just go.
No.
Nobody
Okay.
asked you. Remember, this is my
Right.
list. You have your
That's
list.
right.
You just have all the stupid
I'm gonna tell you,
buttons
the
on your end.
It's
Not all country music is bad.
You hush.
Bad.
well, but they and I mean
I don't
they
know what. I say not all country music
overplayed
is bad. I like
Yeah,
that
I
song.
bet.
song.
That is
Every single
That's like
bar, every
wedding
single
song.
shift, at least 4 times.
Weddings, bar mitzvahs,
Oh,
love
yeah. Yeah.
backyard
yeah.
barbecue.
Not that bad. It's not
Yeah,
my
oh.
preferred choice.
Even in Brown Stadium. Hey, speaking of which, did you guys hear the Cleveland Brown Stadium is now back to being Cleveland
Yes,
Brown?
indeed. Thank God.
about damn
Thank
right.
you.
Can we go back to the Jake?
Oh, please. Oh, please let it go back to the Jake. Please. Oh, would love it. Okay, Gail. So what do you have it for?
My number 4 is Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio.
Good.
That's too low.
Ah!
Or-
Whoa.
That's too low.
Wow. That's a good song.
Oh, so what Clint's basically trying to say is that Amish Paradise can go at 4, but Gangster Paradise has to go higher.
Damn. Oh, wow.
Too low.
Ooh.
Pretty proud of myself. I thought I did pretty
And then
good.
Clint ruined it for
Yeah,
you.
I know.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
No, you're not.
No, he's not. Oh my god.
Thing about my number 1, 2, 3, and 4, they all came out in the same year.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's start with number 4. Had to show some love to my Cleveland boys. I had to put them on the list. That's The Crossroads by Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Good choice.
Harmony, yeah. Like, come on, like they're going on. They had to go on this list. Like,
I'm gonna miss everybody.
mhm.
Good song.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Doug. Number 3.
Hold on just one second. Number 3, this was one of those that I had to pick something from this particular album. So what the hell? I'm going to go with the opening track. It was the group's 5th studio album, but everybody says it was actually their debut album because they switched from switched from glam to thrash and incorporated a new sound, got a new lead singer, and that is Cowboys from Hell by Pantera.
Okay.
Ooh, all right.
Even Clint knows that one.
In the first Pantera. First
I know some
Not in his head.
stuff before. I gotta listen to it. I might know that one.
Yeah. That whole album from start to finish is just pure freaking gold. And of course that started groove metal, which spawned a few other things. And you can't argue with the best guitarist in the world in Dimebag.
Yes.
Alrighty, I'm almost kind of piggyback your sentiment with my next pick at number 3 because I am a very big Savage Garden fan. So of course, the Animal Song is where we first heard about a Chicken Cherry Cola.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah. So
Savage
Yeah.
Garden.
Savage Garden is the Animal Song is one of the most fun damn songs. Of course, Truly Madly Deeply is cool too. But yeah, the Animal Song is definitely one of my big favorites. So yes, Savage Garden. I mean they only knocked out a couple albums, but what a bunch of fun music they put out. So yes, the Animal Song is right here at number 3.
No, that's not a bad one.
My lists are not that bad. A lot
Let
better than
Jason-
the
let
movie
Jason
ones.
Taylor be the judge of that.
Hey, listen, my list last night, Jason even admitted he loved every single one of my picks last night. So
Buttering him up.
finally he turned around and he said finally he agreed with all 5 of my picks last night. So I was happy.
All right, so for my number 3, I'm pretty sure I had these guys. I know I had at least one of their songs, maybe 2 on my last list for the 80s. And as soon as you hear the opening guitar riff, you know exactly what song it is. And that's Thunderstruck by AC/DC.
That won't be on there.
What's that for?
I take it you're not an AC/DC fan.
That's the too low.
Too low.
It is the too
Oh,
low.
come on, at 3.
When you see my top 2, you'll understand why I did it. Because I could have had it at 2, but I swapped my 2 and 3.
Understand.
All right. Gail?
My number 3's already been mentioned. Friends in Low Places.
By 1 spot, really.
Still was too low.
No.
Was not my
Wow.
spot, so.
No, go ahead, George. You got to give her all the crap you gave me. All the other sounds to go off. And there you go. It's only fair.
That's the too low sound, though.
Well, because
It
you
was only one
bounced
spot.
Adams as Adam had it too low.
Yeah, he did. Higher than
So
Adam.
your country music still sucks.
Wow,
gotta
that was
get-
a lot of too lows and buzzers and everything.
We were doing really good until we got up to like the top 5, and that's where all the 2 lows
Yeah.
started coming in.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Clint, save us. What do you got at 3?
My number 3 was one of those songs that It was an homage to his mama, and every Mother's Day, every kid would play this song. That's Dear Mama by Tupac.
That's a
Ooh,
good
that
one.
is a good song.
That's a good, yeah.
That,
that's a
that
good-
was like
Okay.
That's
the
a
Mother
good-
Day.
I cannot
anthem
hate
growing
that
up.
song. Nope. I
Man,
can't
like, you
say a
would like, that's
bad
the
thing
song
about
you
that
would play.
song replacement.
And like, man, like it was a tribute to his, not only to his mom, and also to all the other moms that was struggling. And they also got Brenda Got a Baby here too. They got two Tupac
Yeah.
songs. And that's low key one of my top 3 pop songs of all time is Brenda Got a Baby. So
Good choice. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
that is a good one.
sad song too.
Yes.
Yes.
A true but sad song, though, unfortunately.
I'm not sure if it came out in the 90s or not, but the Boys II Men song for Mama was a good one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
I tried
Doug.
to save. Hopefully, I did good enough to save this chaos and bring it back down to normal.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
My number 2.
Deuces.
All right,
1997.
my number 2 is actually a 2-part song. The first part is about the Irish IRA conflicts in Northern Ireland, along with the first Iraqi conflict. Then it transitioned to the second part of the song, which is the backstory of the comic book character, the Punisher, and that is called Holy Wars, The Punishment Due by Megadeth.
I've heard of the song.
Yeah.
You gotta, if the lyrics are hard to understand, you gotta read the lyrics, and then
To get the gist of it.
Yeah,
Jams.com,
especially-
you can read their songs, yeah.
especially if you're a fan of the comic book The Punisher. That second part of that song is, you'll be like, oh my god. Best part of this song, though, for me, it has 3 guitar solos. But hey,
All right. My number 2 happens to have Boys II Men. And it happens to be my senior class song. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Yeah, good song. They're all their stuff.
I thought Gail would have a Boys to Men song.
That was
You literally could have just put Boys to Men, period.
Hey,
and
in
the
the,
other song.
in the 90s,
Motown
in the 90s,
Motown
if
Phillies
you was
right
playing
there
Boys
with
to
it.
Men, you was getting some. Like, that was the fuck we had to play.
They were like the new era of panty
On
droppers.
bended knee, everything.
Hey, I surprised you, Clint. I had some things on my list that you would have probably never thought I would have put on there.
You did. I honestly thought you would have a Boys. I'm waiting for Gail to put a Boys to Men song on this one.
No, sorry, that would be me. I did that.
Quite surprised though.
Proud of it too. Like I said, that was our senior class song. We all voted that one. So yep. Boys to Men at number 2.
Nice. All right, my number 2 is one of my favorite songs. It'll be on my all-time list as well. I'll just give you that now. I don't know what number it'll be, but it'll be on the top 10 or the perfect 10 of that list. And that's California Love by Tupac and Dre.
Yeah.
I was wondering if someone's gonna have that song on
okay.
there.
All right.
That's Adam's favorite. He plays it all the time.
I never
Man, that
skip
was-
it when it comes on in the car.
Yeah.
That could go with the that new little topic that I posted in there that one of our other friends said he wanted to pop on for the show.
Right.
That's a good one.
Love
You're gonna
that
have to save that for that list too.
No, don't you worry. It'll be there.
Save that one for that list.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a
I
good.
still
one.
know that pretty much.
Fresh out of jail, California.
98%. Yeah, like I know that whole thing word for word. I might stumble a little bit because my mouth starts moving before the brain catches it. But
Hey, my number
That was
2
a good
is
song, man.
Don't Take the Girl by Tim McGraw.
that was
What was
it.
that
That was
song?
it.
Don't Take the Girl by Tim McGraw.
I can't hate on that one.
That one.
No, the message is good on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna even hate on that one. Nope, I can't even hate that one. That one's a good damn song.
It is very good. I love that song.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
disappointed. Well, Georgia's still got 2 more to go, but
Two
I'll wait.
more.
One more, but I know it's not going to be his number 1. But I'm kind of disappointed I haven't seen "Achy Breaky Heart" on your list.
We're moving on to being a family show.
I feel like George would be an achy breaky guy, achy breaky heart guy.
No,
All right. No. Okay.
no.
So my number 2, was Ashley already mentioned. This is where I have Gangsta's Paradise right here by Coolio.
Oh, number 2.
Funny story about this song. So I was in the store. I had the ringtone, just the last part with the like that part. And this lady behind me, so it rang. And she's like, "Oh, you listen to a gospel song?" I was like, "Oh no, it's Coolio." And her like 12-year-old son is
That is
with
far
her.
from gospel, sweetheart.
Yeah. and her 12-year-old son is with her. And he looked at me, give him the thumbs up, like, "I know that song." Like, "Oh, okay, you know." Hey, get grandma hip. But that's good, like the busting it. Like also, I think Michelle Pfeiffer was in that video. Like, you gotta put a Coolio song up here too.
Yeah, that was
I
from
mean,
the
based off
what, the
Pinky
movie,
Bill.
right?
Yeah.
Huh?
It was from the movie.
Oh,
Something. Oh, it wasn't Suspicious Minds or something like that.
Dangerous Minds?
Yeah, Dangerous Minds. I knew it was something Minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam,
That's
the
one of
chat
my
is
favorite
all
songs.
yours.
we can't talk about that on the air, sir.
That's right. I know.
But see, if I didn't say something, you'd be like, "Dude, are you feeling okay?"
Right. All right. Before we get to the numero unos, let's run the final fantastic hunger commercial.
La Troje Mexican Restaurant and Bar, located in Wellington, just east of 58 on Herrick. Monster margaritas, and enough food to feed the whole family. Mention the Perfect 10 and receive 10% off your order. Dine in or take out, just like the Perfect 10 has at La Troje.
Did it again. Your internet really does hate you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
He just
All right,
admitted it.
we're already crushing over an hour, so let's rock and roll into our ones. Doug,
Clint may actually know this song, and I want to see if he can guess it, actually. It spawned a completely new subgenre of metal called nu metal. It was featured on Guitar Hero, and collabs were also part of the entire soundtrack. Excuse me. Nu metal is where they combine rap and metal. The song is Bring the Noise by Anthrax and Public Enemy.
I do remember that.
I remember that song. I forgot about Public. Man.
That one
Doug,
song
really?
spawned the entire subgenre of nu metal, where you have Korn and even Rage Against the Machine being some of the early beneficiaries of that new subgenre, because now it's in the mainstream.
Yeah, who would have ever thought those two would have collaborated?
Oh, I did. I knew right from the start. It was years in the making, because Scott Ian, the lead guitarist for Anthrax, when they went out on tour, he was often seen in Public Enemy shirts, and he was very well known to be a huge Public Enemy fan. And Chuck D, in turn, was also a huge Anthrax fan. So when Scott Ian went to Public Enemy and said, "Hey, let's collab. We've cut down, what we think would work. See, tell me what you think." Chuck D loved it. They tweaked it a bit, and what you see was the final result. Yep.
It's history.
And if you listen to the Judgment Day soundtrack, it's all these collabs with metal and rap groups. Onyx and Biohazard, Corrosion of Conformity, and another hard rapper is on there. So it's all along that same genre.
That's kind of the thing too. Is like I remember when, Jay-Z tried doing that with Linkin Park.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
Encore.
yeah.
Mashup. Yeah.
That was that stuff was pretty good.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
When that song first came out, and those two went on tour together, and everybody was like, "Why are those two going on tour together? It makes no sense. It makes no sense." Because they would see the Anthrax crowd in the back when Public Enemy was playing, and when vice versa, the crowd was in the back. Other crowd was in the back. So when they came out for the last song and they played "Bring the Noise," everybody was like, "Oh, this is what it's about." And it made everybody happy. It got everybody, together, and
Everybody, yeah.
And that's where you had that big blow up, especially in the early and mid '90s, with rap and metal, and that whole I hate this new metal. It's the evolution of metal.
Right.
It's where it's going. Live with it, embrace it. You may not like it. I don't like a lot of subgenres in metal, but I don't hate on them.
Yeah. There's too many people just stuck in their ways about what
Right.
they like, and then they was afraid to hear something new.
Right.
Man.
Yeah. That one song, it's hard to imagine that one song started most of what you hear today in that hard era, hard genre. Even Slipknot has some new metal roots.
I love their duality song or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Oh, System of a Down. You can hear a lot of it in Toxicity.
Yeah. But that's another good song.
Mm-hmm. Chop Suey.
Yeah, Chop Suey.
Yeah.
And that whole rap in the middle, that's new metal.
Right. All right, G, what you got?
Mine was already mentioned. Thunderstruck, number 1.
Really? I'm surprised you haven't. Bravo, sir.
Thunderstruck. That's why I said when somebody had it too low, I said it was too
You'll
low.
understand why here in a second.
Yep. Thunderstruck is numero uno.
Yeah, they were one of my favorite bands. I've always liked AC/DC. I don't care who's singing; it didn't matter. I like both. I'm a big fan of them.
And I was pleasantly surprised when it was in the Planes 2 movie when we took Bryce, and all of a sudden he just screams out, "Drop the needle." I was like, no way. Like, sweet. Said, I swear they made those Planes movies for us adults because it's
Right.
so fun. Love those. Loved them. I was like, yeah. That's pretty damn cool. So yes, Thunderstruck, numero uno.
Well, the reason it wasn't numero uno for me is because this song has one of the greatest guitar solos of all time.
Eruption?
No, it is "November Rain" by Guns N' Roses.
Fair enough.
See, now do you see why it wasn't number 1?
Fair
Like,
enough.
dude, I was between the 3 that I had: California Love, Thunderstruck, and that. It was hard to decide. But I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Anytime November Rain came on, I could just sit there and just mellow out to it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's got to be number 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Because every
Okay.
kid wants to be Slash playing that song.
Man.
Okay, so-
My generation, Doug.
Touche. All right, Gail.
My number 1 is very sentimental. It is the reason I married the love of my life to it. We are first dance to Make You Feel My Love by Garth Brooks. That was our first dance.
I'm not going to argue that because I know better.
And she is right within slapping distance.
Yes.
Very close. Very
I
close.
don't
want to hear the
disagree.
I don't want to hear the
It's like,
thuds.
okay.
Her
Gail,
smacking
that-
the back of my head and then my head hitting the microphone.
Come on.
that whole setup, it sounded like you were about to say the dance.
Oh, that's true.
I had the dance on my list. There was the
Right.
dance and To Make You Feel My Love.
Mm.
They're two, as far as I know, they're two separate songs.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
But To Make You Feel My Love is the one that we danced to for
That was our first song.
at our wedding.
The star in the winter. Aww.
I know, so lovey-dovey. It doesn't happen very often.
Oh, I mean, I was nice. I put on there the other night. I said, we do love each other. We swear.
Yep.
All right.
All right, Clint, you are our 90s baby on this bad boy. What do you got to finish it up, sir?
All right. Well, my number one song, and I think Star mentioned it earlier. I did not mention this group. I'll mention them now. My number one song of the 90s is Waterfalls by TLC. Classic song.
There it is. There it is.
He called it. He said the song.
Classic song. I mean, it's just song just talk about everything. Like in the video, you know, Shot had Ellen Joyce in it. She's a famous 90s actress. She's also on the show Rock, that came out in the 90s. I mean, just HIV, living the street life, just everything. Like, and then the dance move. Everybody do the little dance move that they was doing. Dude. So it was them. I wasn't putting no scrubs on this list. I'm sorry. Where y'all dogging dudes, like no.
Not gonna happen.
I looked at it. I contemplated it. I will be honest. I did contemplate it. Like, nope, not gonna do it.
Only thing I like about No Scrubs is because I swear, I think she take the shot at Andre Rison when she said never rise. I'm like, oh, you're talking about Andre Rison, thank you. I got a feeling that you are. So, but yeah, the Waterfalls is number one. I mean, it's also the song that won their most Grammys too.
Yeah, that is true. I remember that.
And their song won what? I think won like 4 Grammys that year. I want to say.
I know.
I miss that group.
I know Clint far too well.
Huh?
I know Clint far too well.
The right man and the star. They better know each other.
Right?
I just told Gail. I even whispered it to her. I said it's gonna be Waterfalls. Sure enough.
I seen the rainbow yesterday.
Did you expect anything different?
Yeah, man, that's my number one song. It was between Gangsta Paradise and Waterfalls. Was just it was so close between them two. The Waterfalls got more of a meaning though, you know. So
there you go.
Good
choice.
Oh, that was a lot of fun. We turned around and knocked out number one. I know.
Yeah, I think the hard lists are done. The next one should be pretty easy.
2000 to present.
2000 to present is going to be easy.
Doug's like,
Doug's like, no, it would be easy.
80s was the toughest for me.
I think 20 years is going to be a lot to try and shove into 10.
Yeah.
I said,
wait a minute. We did do 1979 pre.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, but
And
that
that's-
was easier.
That's just a way because
Really?
George slides 1940
That was-
songs on this.
Okay.
Hey.
This was easier,
Really?
George.
You're going to slam Louis B. Armstrong. Really?
No, I ain't talking about Louis. I'm talking about you had some of them other songs you had. I give you credit for Louis being number one. I was like,
Yeah. I know what you're talking
that was a
about.
great number one.
Everything else was in my 70s.
Oh, come on, Clint. You don't like those 1917 songs?
I like
Oh,
some of them. I mean, I had a
no.
bunch on my list. I mean, I had Otis Redding on there.
I was going to say Hall & Oates, Meatloaf, AC/DC, Devil Went Down to Georgia, Michael Jackson, Steppenwolf. I don't see any 1940s. Come on. What are you talking about?
90s. It was probably 50s and 60s. So I know you had like an old like throwback song on your list.
Frank, wasn't it?
What?
Didn't you have Frank Sinatra on one of your
Yeah.
lists?
No, I did not have Frank. He was in my honorable mentions.
That's what. Okay, I knew there was
Oh,
something.
He was in the honorable mentions. No, I didn't have him on my list.
All right.
He
I
didn't
thought
make-
you had them on your list. Somewhere as well.
No.
Okay.
Louis.
My bad.
Yeah,
I
AC/DC,
rescind that
Meatloaf,
comment.
Hall & Oates, Commodores, Michael Jackson, Steppenwolf, ABBA, and then Billy Banks.
Oh, I had to give you crap because you put. I called that George B. wanted to put Dancing Queen on the list. I just knew it.
Well, like I said, I was a 70s kid, of course.
You had a crush on ABBA, the two chicks.
My mom just happened to have a whole bunch of ABBA 8 tracks. And guess what got played a lot?
Yeah, that'll do it.
That was a fun list. I liked it. That 90s. There was so many. You know what's crazy? Despite we did all this with the 90s, there was so many other songs that could have made the list. Whitney Houston, 2 straight years did not make a list. 2 straight episodes.
Damn, that's right.
Yeah,
Wow.
I had her on my list and then I changed it.
Yeah.
I did too. I did too. I'm not going to lie. I even had Michael on my list at some point too and bounced him around. Wow.
That's also the year for all the female groups too in the 90s. Shout out to
Yeah.
them, shout out to Escape and En Vogue.
Yeah, that's when you.
Who also hate the one
I'll
song
break
they
you out.
had, never. Well, you never gonna get my love. So I'm like, oh, okay. So y'all throwing shots too, huh? Oh, okay. I understand.
Well, Doug, really appreciate you popping
Good
on.
seeing you, buddy.
It was so
Yeah.
Not a
interesting
problem.
to have you on.
It
Was that?
It
I
was
couldn't hear you,
super
Gail.
interesting to have you on.
Oh well, thank you.
Yeah.
Come back on the 2000 to present.
Yeah,
Always.
Come on.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
absolutely.
I'll jump in on that one. Give you a few surprises on that.
No, not from you.
I'm proud that
I
I
never know.
I knew most of the songs on this list.
I'm surprised you actually got a couple of mine.
Oh,
I
that
love the 90s, man. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm surprised you
surprised
actually.
Stan. I wanted to
The
put
way you
Stan
looked
my
on
list
Cowboy
so
Smell.
bad. Yeah. Stan gets an honorable mention too. I want to put Stan on there so bad.
One
That's
song
crazy.
I actually had on my list, but I took off the list, and it was a techno song, and it was "Firestarter" by the Prodigy.
Good song.
Yeah, that is
Good song.
okay.
I used to play the Prodigy often when I was working as a bench tech. I would have like 20 systems up and being tested all at once, and I would play blasting the Prodigy all day. Everybody would get so pissed off at me.
Yeah.
Like, turn that off! I'm
You sound-
working.
you
I'm
sound
in
like
the
my-
zone. Leave me alone.
You sound like my job with Time After Time.
Yeah. Well, thanks again, everybody who's tuned in. We appreciate it as always. Jim's probably kicking and screaming. Don't worry, Jim. We'll turn around and let you catch up on a couple of lists.
We might have to let him in on one.
Yep, we might just have to. We
Actually,
might
the
just
Prodigy-
have to.
The Prodigy and Lords of Acid, actually. Those are the two big ones.
Alrighty, well, for all of us here at Perfect Time, say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
The Perfect 10, created by Adam Lissinger, produced and directed by George Grayshaw. Slides and designed by Canva, video by Capwing, and production software through StreamYard. Music from SilvermanSound.com, Pulsar by Shane Myers. In association with Three Geeks Podcast, found on Facebook and YouTube, and also heard on WOBL Gold Country, 1320 AM, 107.